posted a survey on my blog a few days ago asking what you guys wanted to see more of, and shockingly to me, so many of you asked for more bullet journal and art related stuff, which I was very happy to hear, because I kind of wondered if I was irritating you guys with that, because so many of you are here for bookish content and nothing really else. But if you guys want it, I am happy to oblige. So today we're going to have a little bonus video where we look at my setup for the month of April. And then on Sunday, we're going to take a little flip through the first 3 months of my bullet journal and my theme this year, which I'm really loving. But to start off with today, I've already drawn out my April welcome page, which is what I'm calling a little well-wish bouquet. This is something that I did earlier in the year to start off my 2021 bullet journal. Basically, when I was a kid, I was really into the language of flowers, which is this Victorian idea that every flower had a secret meaning and you could use them to communicate certain things. And then also the idea of plant correspondences, so the mythology and lore behind plants and their medicinal properties, what people believe their magical properties are, things like that. I've always found it really fascinating. Used to study it as a kid, and I haven't in a long time, and I just miss it. So I've been reincorporating it this year, relearning it all, and part of that is making these little bouquets. The 2021 one was a compilation of things, so each plant in it represented something that I wanted for 2021, you know, happiness, grounding, health, things like that. But this one for April is more targeted. It is meant to represent balance and harmony, and it contains lavender, orange blossoms, and an orange, which I understand is weird for a bouquet, but you know, whatever. And then valerian and meadowsweet. Basically what I did was just sketched those out, and then I'm going over the sketch with 2 different thicknesses of fine liner, a 0.6 and a 0.05. The heavier weight one obviously being for the thicker lines, and then the super fine one being for these tinier details and just to kind of fill in, you know, veining on the leaves, speckling on the orange, things like that. And as you can see, this entire process is very loose, very sketchy. I'm not worried about being super accurate or detailed. It's just meant to suggest the plant, suggest the detail, especially on things like valerian and meadowsweet. So here is the 2021 bouquet that I was telling you about. You can see it's kind of a hot mess, but I don't care about that. I just cared about what it represented and how it made me happy. I've also been kind of breaking it down further into plant studies every month, where I choose one theme for the month and one plant that represents that, and then I sketch it out and do a little bit of research on it. And I'll be getting into my choice for April in just a second, but first we're going to color in this bouquet with my massive marker collection. And as you can see, enough is never enough, because I just picked up 2 more sets, these Tombow sets. I'm mostly going to be using the colors from this cottage set today because they really suit the plants, but I'm going to dig through my collection for a few other complementary colors and grab myself a piece of scratch paper to test. But I'm just going to finish up coloring this, and I'm going to move into the rest of my setup for the month, and I will leave you with a little bit of music while I do that, and then we'll come back at the end to discuss what I've done. So for my plant study sketches every month, I've been using just craft paper, like the kind you get on a roll to wrap a parcel in, and I just tear it with a ruler so that it gets a straight-ish edge, but one that's kind of rough, and then I'll sketch on that. I'm just setting it to the side for right now so that I can finish the rest of the setup, because I hadn't decided at this point what I was going to do for the month, and then I'll come back to it. But as you can see when I come back to it, I've decided to go with lavender. It was in the bouquet and it was actually what inspired the theme for this month, so I figured it was appropriate. Plus it's a very quick, easy flower to sketch. So I'm just gonna finish up that little plant study and paste it in with my glue stick that is definitely seen better days. It's almost gone and I had to use a palette knife to get it out. I'm finishing off the sketch with a little bit of masking tape. This is purely aesthetic just because it looks a little more vintage. The sketch isn't going anywhere, it's pasted in, so this is just for cutes. And that finishes up the setup for the month. I'm gonna go ahead and get this first week ready. I've been doing this thing lately where I sort of split the page with a strip of a floral motif, and I'm doing the same thing this week. So I'm just really quickly and loosely brushing on some ink, a purple and a green ink from a ink pad, and in a kind of rough, imprecise way, I'm going to draw flowers right over top of that ink. So drawing the flowers where the purple is, the leaves where the green is, and that's all there really is to it. And then I'm dividing up the week, writing in my days, and we are done. So that's a look at what I've done for April and a kind of sneak peek into what my bullet journal looks like this year. And as I mentioned, I'm really loving it and how it's shaping up this year, so there will be a video walking you through that on Sunday. I hope you'll come back and join me for that. But that is all for this bullet journal video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments if you like my approach this year, or what theme or anything like that you're doing if you are a bullet journaler. And if you have suggestions of plants that I should do, or your own favorite bit of plant lore, I would love to hear about it in the comments. But that's all for now. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you again soon.